Okay, so there's a person, a situation that has gotten you hot and bothered. You wake up to these thoughts, you go to sleep to these thoughts, they take your energy throughout the day. You want to let it go, but you can't. You want to forgive, but you can't. You want to pretend it didn't happen, but you can't. You want to stop calling that person 5, 6, 7, 8, 100 times, but you can't. You're literally responding to text messages with your hands trembling, knowing that you really shouldn't react, but you can't. If any of this obsessive behavior, draining behavior, self-defeating behavior feels familiar to you and you want to know how you can detach from any person or any situation, I promise you by the end of this video, you will not only know exactly how to do it, you are going to feel better, you're going to feel more grounded. And we're going to get right into it today. At the end of the day, the first thing you got to do is choose to heal. What does this even mean? So anytime you're attaching yourself to a person, you are obsessively thinking about a situation, you are hanging on for dear life for control, you have to first and foremost admit that you have given that control to something, to someone. You have given away your powers. No one in this life can master your feelings, can get into your head better than you can. I'm going to repeat that. No one in this life has that power to come into your head and tell you how to feel. You are the ultimate decider. It is your most basic freedom, your most basic human right. They could do whatever they want to you. They cannot take that power from you. It is willingly given. However, and this is a huge however, we live in a dependent society. What does that mean? We depend on each other. We need each other's love and affections, right? When you notice yourself entertaining something that is toxic, it's an invitation for you to look within. Your desire to control external factors and to control other humans is a direct result of a failure to control your own internal state. And honey, I want to just say, I'm not judging you because your girl here, she'd be anxious, she'd be avoided, she'd be doing all the crazy, I've done so many crazy things in my life until one day I said, enough, I surrender. And I said, I want to know exactly what to do so that I can feel and I can soothe myself and I can manifest situations and people that nurture the love that I feel in this body, in this mind, as a part of life. But that initial decision has to come from you. So know that when you are choosing not to look internally, not to heal, and you're looking outwards and you're trying to obsess about this one person, you have experienced a situation that is traumatic, maybe a breakup, maybe a business failure, whatever it is, a life situation that you just find yourself obsessing about and thinking about all the time, the first thing you need to do to detach is to recognize, I need to look at the thoughts I'm having, the feelings I'm experiencing, and the actions that I'm taking. And it's really hard to do this completely on your own. Now, the first thing I would suggest is basic therapy. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of therapy, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, but therapy is fantastic and it's an excellent gateway point. Why am I not a fan is because I've found over the years that alternative forms of healing have really helped me. For example, hypnotherapy has completely changed my life, and we can get into that a bit later, but talking to a human is wonderful. Like basic talk therapy can be very therapeutic. So it's like when you get those words out of your head, when you write them down, when you communicate them to a human who has literally placed their life devotion to helping other humans figure out their own psychology, you are already going to go on a path of feeling less tense that you need to hold on to because you are not going to be doing it alone. Now, if you can't afford therapy, okay, because I've been there, I understand that. One book I will suggest if you have a lot of attachment issues to other humans, like you tend to go into really toxic relationship patterns, is to listen to the audiobook or read the ebook Attached. Read the book Attached. I'm going to link all of these either in the first comment or in the description below. And one, if you are super attached to situations, I highly recommend you listen to the audiobook Between Life and Death by Dolores Cannon. Why am I suggesting these things to you? Because it's really important for you to understand your human psychology, how your brain, your basic biology responds, because there are certain tendencies other people that are going to have that are going to trigger unsafety feelings within you. You're not going to feel safe, so you're going to have these tendencies where you're going to want to cling on to the situation. You're going to want to cling on to the person. On the other end is also having the spiritual openness. When you get into the mode of learning and understanding how you operate and function, and understanding that you are fantastic, you are a walking basic miracle. And I want you to just really, like, if you're doing something, just press pause on everything. If you're driving, just for a second, go to the corner. You really shouldn't be driving and watching, but anyways, whatever you're doing, just take one moment and listen to this. You are one being, one human out of billions. All of that said, no one has the exact same thumbprint as you. No one looks exactly like you. Your life story, you may have similar challenges, but is unique to you. Science has determined we are literally made of star stuff. You are made of stardust. You are connected to the planets, to the galaxies. You are part of Mother Nature, Mother Earth. You are part of the vastness of the collective of the galaxies. So when you bring yourself, you shrink yourself to this teeny tiny little situation and you're trying to control it, understand that your psychology, your ego identity has gotten a grip over you. Your traumas have gotten a grip over you. You've lost contact with spirit. And you need to take the time to understand what is going on. I spent years of my life feeling guilty, and I genuinely thought it was a normal thing. I thought, oh yeah, everybody feels guilty. It means I'm a good person. Good people feel guilty. I felt guilty when I was happy. I felt guilty when I was sad. I was extremely anxiously attached to my mother. Anyone who knew me is like, when I had an argument with my mom, it was like the world ended. I have put all my dependency on her. So can you imagine the power? And I love my mother. She's an absolutely incredible human. If you see my other videos, I literally call her my hero. But no one on this planet should have that kind of grip on me. And it's not like she programmed to grip that on me. That's the power I gave to her, but it also came from my childhood traumas. So when I took a moment and I decided to learn how to create safety within myself, and I really want you to pay attention to this, when you are very hyper reactive to others, when you cannot let go and you cannot detach from another human's validation of you, another human's love to you, a situation being the way it is, you do not feel safe with you. You have got to learn how to create safety within, and I can't say anything to you for you to decide that. Maybe this video is going to be part of the wake-up call, and we're going to talk about how to create safety within. Part of it is admitting there's an issue. I got an issue. You're here. I'm assuming you got an issue. I'm assuming you know that you got problems. Situations. I don't like the word problems. You got situations. You got situations that you're anxiously attached to. You got situations that you need to manage that are just getting the best of you. Understanding you are not that situation. There's a trauma within. There is a psychological needing to understand, to nurture and balance within. And talking to other humans and entertaining forms of therapy, even what we're doing right here, right now, this is a form of therapy. Everything on my YouTube channel, including my vlogs, by the way, are a form of therapy, because I always want to offer you a perspective shift, a mindset shift, an energy shift, and there's a lot of beautiful YouTubers who are doing this. Because understand one thing, When you are grabbing onto this teeny, teeny, tiny part of the galaxy and that's where your mind is going to, by expanding the conversations that you're having in a therapeutic way, even if it is listening to YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, you are by nature expanding your perspective. Your entire life, there are multiple ways to see things. But the way you grow up, the way certain things happen to you, perhaps you were abandoned by a parent, perhaps you feel abandoned by a parent, perhaps a parent was going through massive financial struggle while you were growing up, perhaps your mother was your provider, so you don't feel safe to allow man to be a provider. There is like a million things that could have happened, that could have, I don't even like the word, but gone wrong, to get your mind to go to this place where it just hyper focuses on one situation and it just clings onto that person, clings onto that situation because it wants to avoid it in a funny way, but it doesn't feel safe to let it go, because if you let go, what could happen? The world could crumble. But as you listen to other humans who have passed through this, who offer you a new perspective, you begin to change how you filter your reality, how you filter the process, how you view the different things in your life. So therapy is huge. It is so big. And again, if you can't afford to do therapy, I highly recommend those 2 books. I'm actually going to link a couple of books below that I just, like, those are the things that I would definitely do if I couldn't afford therapy, and you can start one at a time. Second thing is, in order to create safety within, which is going to allow you to detach and let go and embrace better thoughts, better situations, is to literally create safety in the body. A lot of us humans are used to what they call fight flight. So you're just like on your phone all day, you are waking up waiting to have a reaction. And I used to really resist just sitting and being, because I felt like, oh, I'm not being productive, meditation is too hard. What I will invite you to do is really become at one with your breath. Your breath goes with you everywhere. Like your nose goes with you wherever you go. Breathing is free. There are a lot of incredible tutorials here on YouTube. I actually have one of them. I can link that below too. Tutorials on how to breathe. Learn to breathe. Make it a priority to do restorative breath work every single day. 5 times a day, 10 times a day. If you just let's do this one together so you understand what I'm saying. So we're gonna breathe in for 4, breathe in. Try to breathe into your lower belly. Hold it for 4. And exhale for 4. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in to the lower belly. Breathe in. Hold. One more time. Breathing in. We just did this for less than a minute or 1 minute. Can you feel already how your body feels more settled? Doing this is so paramount because it's going to teach your body and your mind to relax. And when you are anxious and you are attached to a certain thought, to a certain situation, to a certain human, you need a lot of stimulation. You're pinging them so that they come back to you. You are paying attention to it so something changes. But sometimes you just need to relax and breathe and let go. And it's really hard to do that if you, I swear, it's really hard to do that if you have had 10 cups of coffee in a day, if you have eaten a lot of garbage and you are just breathing like this without even knowing it. I'm exaggerating, but try it for 1 day to literally breathe multiple times in a slow motion throughout the day. Try to reduce your coffee to 1 cup, add milk. Never make it super strong. If you're feeling anxious and you're feeling like there's a situation spiraling in your head, breathe. And here is probably the most pivotal part. They're all pivotal. They're all pivotal. And this third one maybe should have even been the first one, to be honest. It's deciding what would you rather be experiencing. So when you are attached to a situation, you are attached to a person, you are entertaining certain thoughts every single day. As you entertain these thoughts, perhaps you are reviewing a breakup nonstop in your head. You are giving all of your life force energy to this. You are allowing these feelings to continuously feel some sort of ammunition by your own thinking, by your own engagement. And hence your actions are going to match that. And you gotta just decide you're better than that. You are so much freaking better than that. Calling someone 10 times, it's embarrassing. It's hurtful to you. It's a lack of respect to you. You are here, you're still listening right now. I'm gonna tell you right now, you are freaking amazing. You are fantastic. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. And if I'm saying this to you and you're feeling cringy, it's okay. A lot of us don't feel worthy. We don't feel worthy of a good life. We don't feel worthy to be loved. We don't feel worthy to declare what we want. I didn't even feel safe to use the word desire. I desire things until like 3 years ago. Why? Because we're programmed as such as children, especially women. Think of the history of women. Like, it was literally in 1975 that women, even in North America, were allowed to get their own credit cards without being discriminated against. All the psychological programming, the cultural programming. By the age of 3 years old, as a baby, you decide if you're worthy or not. And you know how you decided whether you're worthy or not? It's if your mom felt worthy. Think of where your mom was when you were a 3-year-old child. Think of potentially the issues that were happening in your household. Even if your mother loves you with all her heart, if she did not feel worthy, you are programmed to not feel worthy. So I want you to decide right now, even if you don't feel worthy, that you are going to pursue a worthy life. You are going to write it every single day. And I am shamelessly plugging in my journal because I'm going to do a whole live on this. In this journal, I get you to script every single day. I get you to script the stories that tell you you're not worthy. We're going to let them go. You got to write it down. And this is where the therapy also comes in. Because you start identifying the thoughts, you start identifying the narratives, the history, the baggage that you're carrying from yourself, from your ancestors, from society, from the collective, that doesn't belong into your most authentic, most happy state of being. But you got to decide that. You got to decide that right here. You're here right now. Decide it with me. Say it with me. I am worthy of a beautiful life. I am worthy of a beautiful life. And a beautiful life is one with love, one with abundance, one where I have relationships of mutual love, mutual respect, one where I manifest situations that feel good, one where I can forgive the past. I am letting you go. If there's a toxic energy between us, I am letting you go. If my money patterns are getting in the way of living a good life, I am healing these money patterns. I am letting them go. And I am remembering that I am a celestial being. I have come on this earth to manifest, to embrace joy, to embrace love, to form relationships that feel good and that fuel my soul. And anything that takes me out of this love, that takes me out of this authentic state of being, I am making a devotion, a commitment to letting it go. With love, thank you, goodbye. I'm letting you go because I am worthy of a beautiful life. I say this so frequently. When I set boundaries, it's never to hurt someone. I never set, like maybe before I did out of spite because I was also in my own traumas. But now when I set boundaries with someone, it's because I need to figure me out. I need to reconnect with God. I need to have those conversations with God. And I can't do it if you're in my head. I can't do it if I feel identified with this situation. Press pause on the situation. If you're having trouble with your finances, don't stop looking at them, but go to a place where you are neutral. Sometimes we think we have to, like, we have three feelings: expanded, contracted, neutral. Okay, that's a mess. I'm going to remove my identity out of it. I'm going to keep paying attention. I'm going to keep looking at my bills. I'm going to keep paying them. It's going to suck. That's okay. But I'm scripting now my wealth identity. And every day, in every way, I am devoting myself to stepping into that love, to stepping into this identity, forgiving the past, deciding that I desire more. I am worthy of more. This vastness of species, wildlife, planets, energies, I am a part of it all. And every day, in every way, I am choosing to decide to be a part of it all. In this life, every situation is temporary. Every feeling is temporary. The more you make it a practice to sit in stillness, you feel shitty about something, let yourself feel it. You're not gonna die. Let yourself feel it, write it out, beat it out in a punching bag, scream it out, shake it out. Talk to the humans, even if that is literally coming on YouTube and hanging out with other like-minded humans and listening to videos like this that bring out the best in you, that are encouraging the best in you. This is your life. You are here. It is temporary. You get to experience beautiful things. Make it safe for you to forgive. Make your future version, your higher, your best self that you script, make it safe for her or him or they to enter your body every day in every way. I'm a huge fan of journaling, and I'm a huge fan of hypnotherapy. Why? Because hypnotherapy, like, if you're not familiar with it, I'll link a video below where I talk about it. It's honestly like I used to be afraid of it, but it's one of my favorite modalities, and it has genuinely helped me just let go of so much trauma and allowed me to feel safe to recondition my mind and my body to step into who I desire to be and the life I desire to have. I've let go of so many toxic friendships. The relationship with my husband, I don't even know if we would be married if I didn't do hypnotherapy. It's honest to goodness, like, because I never had that model. So I went between being anxious and avoidant in my life because of the way I grew up. And he's a very stable, secure human. And so it's like he's standing with his 2 feet on the ground, and I was like this tornado, and every now and then I become that tornado. That's another subject. But I was like this tornado, just like being like, okay, I want to love him, but like, how do I do this? How do I do this? Pushing him away, bringing him closer. And I was like, oh my God, enough. My goodness, like, God, please, I surrender these worries. I surrender these words to you, God. Teach me how to be safe in my body. Hypnotherapy has been such a wave maker in that. And I'll link one of a video where I do a hypnotherapy session. I'm gonna do some live on YouTube so that you can experience it for free, because I know it could be quite pricey to do hypnotherapy. And journaling for me is just life. Journaling and hypnotherapy, journaling, breathwork. These 3 things have legit transformed my life. They have allowed me to detach and really observe myself, feel safe to be in my body, and script myself into a new reality, release every single day, forgive every single day. Remember to listen to God and speak with God every single day. And remembering that you are worthy of this beautiful life, confirming every day. Because you know, when you grow up, and if you are here still to this point of the video, I'm so freaking grateful. You are the bosses of this life. You are a leader. I just want you to know that. Because a lot of people won't take the initiative to come this far. You are so freaking fantastic. And I want you to know that it's okay to not feel fantastic. I want you to know that it's okay for you to just take baby steps every single day. Today, I don't feel so good, and that is okay. Where am I heading at? What is my future vision? Every day, like Dr. Joe Dispenza said, when you wake up to the vision of your future. Don't wake up to your limiting past. If you wake up with the same thoughts, those anxious tendencies, put your phone to the side, take a breather, go do your breath work, go do your journaling. Schedule your therapy for that morning. Come on YouTube, watch a video, watch this video once, twice, 3 times. You got to familiarize yourself with the new reality, and you got to nurture it. Every day in every way, you are learning to become better and better. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit the like button if you are coming this far, and please consider joining this YouTube channel where I share really honest, truthful conversations, and I want us to form a really beautiful community together. With lots of love. Bye. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. All y'all who are here at the end, this is what you get to see.